The stingy shadows of Baba Muno. Everyone in Nyoka knew one thing for certain. Baba Muno did not joke with his money. Not a single coin, not a kernel of roasted maize, not even a drop of well water when the dry season wrung the village thin. Baba Muno was the kind of man who'd count the seeds in a mango before throwing it away, and even then he'd keep the pit as if it still owed him something. He lived alone on the edge of the village, where the forest pressed in close and the trees leaned like eavesdroppers. His compound was wide but crumbling, flanked by crooked walls and a rusted iron gate that hadn't opened in years. The ground was littered with strange, sad things. Bicycles with no wheels, radios with no voices, crates of soft, blackening fruit. To the children, he was a warning. To the elders, a regret. But to everyone, he was a presence that could not be ignored. He didn't speak much. In fact, no one could remember the last time they heard his voice without the barrier of a door or a gate. When he walked, barefoot, hunched, wrapped in layers of old fabric that fluttered like torn flags, people gave him space, not out of respect, but out of unease. Because the truth was, it wasn't just his stinginess that unsettled people, it was the way he watched. His eyes were always hidden behind thick black sunglasses, even when the skies wept for days. Yet everyone felt them, those heavy, deliberate stares that trailed you like smoke. Some said he never blinked, others said he didn't need to. And still, his home was full. Not with life, but with things. Towers of them, stacked like offerings to some forgotten god of abandonment. Shoes without their partners, keys with no doors, plates with no meals. He collected the discarded, the broken, the unwanted, and he kept them. No one knew why. No one dared ask. But one stormy evening, something changed. A traveler arrived, young, soaked, desperate. He came stumbling through the storm, hollow with hunger and shaking from the cold. They say he reached Baba Muno's gate, knocked once, and was allowed in. Only once. That was the last time anyone saw him. After that night, the whispers grew louder. People passing Baba Muno's house claimed the shadows moved differently, that sometimes you could hear breathing where no one stood. At night, the windows flickered with shapes, figures walking past, but never turning to face the street. And sometimes, laughter. Not human laughter. Something thinner, crooked, almost playful, like a child dragging a stick through dry leaves. If you enjoy stories like this, please subscribe or tap the follow button for more. The villagers did what all villagers do in the face of dread. They adjusted. They walked faster past the house. They taught children not to point, not to ask. The stories thickened in the mouths of the old, growing heavier with each retelling. Years passed. And then, without warning, Baba Muno was gone. No one saw him leave, no body was found. But the gate rusted further, the compound sagged deeper into the earth, and the shadows inside kept moving. His strange belongings remained untouched, molding slowly into the soil as if still tethered to him. But on the anniversary of that storm, every year, without fail, the knock returns. Soft, measured, always once. And though no one lives in that house anymore, the villagers know better than to investigate. Because something does. Something that still breathes, still watches, still holds tightly to every broken thing it's ever taken. They say stinginess like Baba Muno's doesn't die. It waits. In the wind, in the whispers, in the quiet spaces where generosity should live.